Hi Rawfu, it's day 90 of the Andre's Rawfu. We are at 90 days, 10 days left of the challenge. Not long, you can so do this. This is the corner. And you're doing so well. As for me, I came to you last week about willingness. Well, I was tested on my willingness. And I was not willing at that prior time. Now, I said that I would do these videos and I was metaphorically going to be totally naked and honest. So, to be accountable, I am. And I was challenged last week. What ended up happening, I didn't actually sort the food. What happened was I went out for a salad. And I asked for a Greek salad. It came with feta this time. And I didn't get it out. And I sat there and I had the choice whether to eat it or not. And my choice in that decision in that moment that I'm totally responsible for was to eat it. And what I became very responsible for afterwards was being really sick. For the past week, I've just been really sluggish. I haven't been feeling very well. I'm mentally just not good either. So I learnt my lesson. So sometimes I think that we need to do things with awareness, even though I think just adding on from last week, we need to, if we're choosing to break or we're choosing to fall off the wagon or anything like that, it's about not having the problems. Like, the problems are going to be there and the resistance is going to be there. It's just how do you deal with it. And I was really aware that I made that decision, and I really, all the time of being sick and still mentally not feeling as upbeat as I normally am, I am aware and I am watching that this doesn't really fit the view of my vision of being a raw foodist. So in talking about willingness, yes, I was willing to eat something that wasn't raw, and yes, I was willing to feel sick, not so much when it started to happen, and now I've come out the other end and I'm a bit smarter. So smarter, probably wiser. What I did do at the beginning, which I want to share with you today, is when I first started raw food, for me, cooked food is an addiction. I used it as a means, as a crutch to help me get through events, and food used to ground me a lot, eating dense food. So, but it was an addiction, and I needed to get rid of this addiction because I'm on the right path for me. I've evaluated and I've decided it's the right path. It makes me feel good. There is everything for this. The resistance is still there though, just like anyone else has it. There is a resistance. What about changing habits? Ultimately we look at the acting, how we act. It's, for me, I created the habit by the addiction or the habit by making habits. I did something over and over again, which would be overeat, choosing the wrong food, choosing food to comfort me. The other side of that is when I'm wanting to make a change, I'm looking at the results that caused. It caused me to be overweight, it caused me to be sick, it caused me to be depressed, it caused me to be isolated, it caused a myriad of things. Now, it just takes another different change to happen. Now, I looked at what did I want to be? Was I happy where I was? Well, no. How could I change this? Well, it's habits, just like the habits that you choose to eat cooked food. So I looked at, okay, we'll give this a go. I did the 100-day challenge, just like you're doing up to day 90 today. The one thing I did do which is I looked at how I could sabotage myself, because I know I can be pretty crafty, and I know that I am not always in my best interest. So I looked at how I could sabotage myself. I now have another sentence down here, which is my Greek salad and feta. But I looked at things like scenarios. So I looked at how, when I'm at my weakest point in my being, how do I stay on my path, which is my raw food path in this area. So one of the organising events, or going to places where there's events and there's going to be food, I was like, okay, well, what scenario can I make that will create the image of me being a raw foodist that I want to be? So, okay, everyone else that's not raw food is going to be taking foods, or there's going to be foods there. I'm going to see if I can bring my own. And what ended up happening is I bring my own and I can give it to everybody. So it gets to be, everyone else gets to try it. I get to promote just how fantastic it is. And it's worth it to just look at where you are weak. My Greek salad, Greek salad, and the situation was, yes, wanting to eat the Greek salad, wanting to eat the feta. Actually, the salad's alright. The reality of this is it made me sick and sluggish, and really it's not making me my best. Cooked food is not making me my best. Why would I have it? The alternative, so when I'm feeling weak, I don't have to think about it. I've already got that alternative. I can actually play that over in my mind again and again and again. So when it comes to me being weak, I already have a behaviour that I can use. So the behaviour is, I didn't act very well with it. It made me sick. Next time when I order a Greek salad, I'm going to remember that whether I'm not or whether I am, it made me sick. So I'm allergic to Greek salad now. I'm allergic to dairy, and when I think about ordering it, I'm going to put that, behaviour, belief in place. It doesn't make me well. So it doesn't make me well on just so many levels. So I'm my being that needs that. I'm going to look for an alternative that is healthier. So, and it's a much more caring, nurturing way to go. So almonds, I've got these things I just love. They're salt and vinegar almonds. I'm going to take them, and when it sits down and I need a treat, I'm going to get a herbal tea, and I'm going to eat these almonds, and I'm going to be very conscious of, this is my treat, this is what's good for me, and I don't have to sabotage myself. Wanting to be that image that I want to be, the one I'm not working really hard, but uncovering, rediscovering. I could go back and just fall off the wagon totally and eat all the cooked foods, but there would be no way. I think, as being here, I don't know, I judge my character by how I resolve problems. We all have problems, and it's about acknowledging them, seeing them, and then working out ways maybe that we could learn and be a bit wiser from them afterwards. So that's me. That's my honesty. I'd love to know how you are doing on your day 90. Southern Hemisphere, where I am, colder here. The weather's still good. So this will be a good challenge, doing raw over winter. And I'm not, I just think of all you guys that inspire me, how cold it is and the floods and everything like that, and I just think, yep, you guys give me heaps of strength and give me the willingness to keep going. So I want to thank you and the raw food community, and I will see you next week. And write down below, how are you doing on day 90, and 10 days left. Have a really good day. Blessings to you all. It says, eat your veggies. I am now. Bye. It's the final.